Okay, before I go through this, make sure that you have done the test your skills first on your own. So this whole sheet should be filled out. If the whole sheet is filled out, then you can continue on with the video. If not, you need to do the sheet first to test your skills to see what you remembered. So let's get started. We're on Unit 2. What is 17% written as a decimal? Remember, we always take percentages and move the decimal over 2 spots. So 1, 2. So my answer is 0.17. Move 2 spots always. Okay, what is 25% of 40? Anytime we see percentages, we're going to make our ratio table. And remember, our percentages always go over 100. Remember, it's is over of. So 25 over 100 of 40, so that goes in the of spot. Now, can I go, I always start where the two numbers are. Can I go from 100 to 40? No. So what can I divide 25 and 100 by? I can divide them both by 25. Gives me a 1, and this gives me a 4. How can I go from 4 to 40? Times 10. So whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 1 times 10 is 10. So my answer is 10. 25% of 40 is 10. Okay, let's look at the next one. Diana completed 20 homework problems. This is 80%. I'm going to stop right there. I see a percentage, so I'm going to put a ratio table and then we'll finish reading the question. Okay. So Diana completed 20 homework problems. That is 80% of the number of homework problems she has to do. We need to find the total of how many she has to do. So 80% goes here. Remember, is the same thing as part, of is the same thing as whole. So if she only did 20, she only did part of her homework. So that should go here. I start where the two numbers are. Can I go from 80 to 20? Yep. Divide by 4. Divided by 4, and 100 divided by 4 is 25. So Diana must do 25 problems. Okay, what is 7 3/5 written as a decimal? Just like our throwbacks, I'm going to take my fraction, which is 3/5, top on the inside, bottom on the outside. So, top on the inside, bottom on the outside. And I'll worry about the 7 after. 5 cannot go into 3, so I make it a 30. 5 can go in 36 times, and there's none left over. So I'm going to take this 0.6 and stick it right behind the 7, so 7.6. Okay, what is the value of 6 divided by 2/3? So remember, I have to first put this 6 over 1, and I twinsy it. Change it to multiplication and multiply by the reciprocal. So I flip that over, it's 3 over 2. 6 times 3 is 18. Whoops, this is acting up. Okay, so 8, oh no, my pen's not working. I'll have to use the mouse. So 18, sorry, it's a little messy. 1 times 2 is 2. So that's improper. Can 2 go into 18? It can. It goes evenly 9 times. So my answer is just plain old 9. All right, let's move on. What is the value of 3 divided by 4/9? Well, I have to put this over 1. And remember, I twinsy it, so this stays 3 over 1. And the next one turns to multiplication. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on here. Back to using the mouse, I guess. It'll just be a little messy for us. So 3 over 1 times, I multiply by the reciprocal, so that just means flip that over. So that'll be 9 over 4. 3 times 9 is 27. Over 4. Now, can 4 go into 27 evenly? No, so we're going to have a mixed number, which is fine. 4 can go into 27, 5, 6, 7 would be 28, so it can go in 6 times. Now I'm going to do 4 times 6 is 24, and I subtract that from up here. So 27 minus 24. So 24, 25, 26, 27. So 3. So 6 and 3/4 is my answer. Okay, what is the value of 5 and 2/4 divided by 1 and 1/5? Well, with these, before I do any flipping or twinsy, anything, I need to first turn them all into improper fractions. So, I multiply and add. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Now I have a division problem, so I'm going to twinsy the first one. Twinsies! Change to multiplication, and I multiply by the reciprocal, which is 5 over 7. So 22 times 5, I'm going to use the calculator, gives me 110, and 4 times 7 is 28. Well, it doesn't go in evenly, but let's see how many times it can go in. So I'm going to take 110 divided by 28. It's going to be ugly, but it can go in 3 full times. So big 3, 28. Now I'm going to multiply this, and whatever I get, I'm going to subtract from the 110. So 28 times 3 is 84. So now I'm going to do 110 minus 84 to see what's left over, and I get 26. Since they're both even, I can divide them by 2. So that gives me 3. 26 divided by 2 is 13. And 28 divided by 2 is 14. So my answer is 3 and 13/14. Okay, let's look at our last problem. What is the least common multiple of 4 and 6? So, remember for this, I have to draw my M, the V above it, and my legs. 4, 6, now I'm going to count. So 4 times, and I count by the multiples, like 5, 10, 15. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. 6, 12, 18, 24. Now I need the least. I have a 24 in common, and I also have a 12. Well, the least is the 12. So my answer here for the LCM, we have 12. All right, so hopefully we did well. If you have any questions, make sure you ask them in class or during group work time. That's it for your lesson tonight, guys. Have a good night.